be TV. That dark is pretty. I could not find me a dark lipstick.
Just go to Sephora.
Well, no,
I love dark lipstick on me.
I'm
I
on
like.
lipstick from
Listen, really,
Lip
B, you be cracking me up on your TikToks.
I gotta get
my teacher TikToks, girl.
Yeah, they be cracking me up.
I gotta get mine together. Jamie, and they're helping me on my TikTok because they're TikTok, connoisseurs. So they're helping me with mine. Cause I'm struggling.
Their TikToks are funny.
Heck, they are hilarious.
Hey, Maud.
Hey.
We are live,
Oh,
ladies.
dang, that's
We're talking about the ratchetness of put a ring on it. It blends right in to everything. It's ghetto. I'm sorry. Look, I want to hear a rundown from Legal with the T. I know that. Come on with the rundown. Come on with the rundown.
Okay, so pretty much they can't go on new dates, so they call all of the dates that they said that they weren't gonna go on another date with. Shorty and Kenneth get into an argument. He talking about some putting his foot down, and you gonna respect me like because I paid bills in here before all this stuff. Dang, what they do on what I can't remember. Oh, it Otis and that girl that they went to look like a bourbon tasting or wine tasting or something like that. And
Fermented.
A what?
It's called fermented. It's a wine tasting.
Fermented. Okay. So they went and drank wine. Then Shorty and old boy went to the little hot dog place. Shay and what's his name went to. I see she ain't invite back the date that she acted a whole fool with in the restaurant.
That is him.
That's him.
Yeah,
got a different.
She apologized to him in the beginning.
Okay.
What show was you watching?
You're right. Then they went to it looked like a little honey making something class or whatever.
Yeah.
Candles. They was making candles.
Oh, candles. Okay. Well, okay. That whatever. that shows how much I was paying attention to the date.
I see. But look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, wait, there was honey involved. I said, oh my bad, it is. Look, let me say something now.
Well, they had the little honey, things like when
it was honey and stuff, but they were making like the little. I said the same thing. I was like, as much as I love candles, I don't know about no honey in the can. I don't know what that's about.
Yes, the honey when they did the little pan over the little honeycomb things, like the little honey stirrers, that threw me off. So I thought that's what, and I didn't even listen no more after that.
Well, no, who creates these dates? Who creates these dates? Please. Somebody need to get it together because these ideas are crap. I'm sorry, that was not a good day.
But and then the wannabe cute comments that wasn't cute when they started making the candle and it didn't smell good, and she talking about let's see if our chemistry is good, and then she was like, oh, our chemistry is bad. When she smelled that candle, she wasn't having it.
But my thing is good. That's not a good candle for this process because. They was mad about them bringing home flowers. Who the hell want a candle that you got to burn and all that? That's not a good. That's a good date for somebody that's really dating.
Stuff last night.
It was all bad. I was just living for. I was living for when they was all together because that's where you got the most tea. Minus the Shorty and Kenneth situation in the beginning.
So this episode.
Wait, when were they together? I missed that. Were they all together at some point?
Well, when they do the at the end when they discuss all the dates, that's what I was living for because the dates was whack.
What made you think y'all think that Kenneth kind of snapped on everybody? I'm like, bro, what happened? What happened? Like Kenneth lost it. Man, I don't care about you. I don't know what you talking about. Everything he said like a temper tantrum. Or something like that. I was like, what is going on?
I think Kenneth is fed up. I'm not defending Kenneth in any way or condone his behavior, but I believe and this is my personal opinion, I believe that Kenneth is fed up of her talking to him like he don't have nothing. Like that's why he's posting all those videos on his YouTube page. Like this is when we didn't have nothing. She got a little money now. She acting different. You know, I've been contributing. I've been doing this. Don't paint me out. And so that I'm not doing nothing. And she's making it seem like, oh, he wants to be, you know, acclaimed or whatever, or he wants applause for doing what he's supposed to do as an adult. No, that's not it. He just don't want you telling everybody that he ain't doing nothing when he is. So I think Kenneth is just fed up. And not to mention, you don't know how long they taped that argument and where it went from 0 to 1,000. They only showed us you know, from 900 to 1,000. They didn't.
Okay, Abby giving face. I'm sorry, Abby looks really
Hi, Abby. You look beautiful, Abby.
She does. Abby giving face.
Beautiful. I love
Yes, honey.
Face. And the category.
Yeah, that's what I think this is. I think that, and I'm not saying editing because they probably cannot show the whole argument because that would take hours and hours and hours. But what I am saying is I do believe that Kenneth is fed up. Now the way he handles it may not be the best way on national TV, but if that's how you argue and that's what they got on tape, then that's when they got on tape.
Well,
Shorty Do-Wop. That's her new name, y'all. Shorty Do-Wop. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, what I was gonna say was I agree. Even though I feel how I feel about the Shorty Kenneth situation, I do agree that the way in which Shorty is handling it is not the most healthy way.
Yeah.
And I do think that she is going out of her way to embarrass this man on
Yes.
the platform.
Yes.
So I understand his response.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like he is the aggressor in this situation, I understand his response. I do.
But she look at herself for that. That's on her. That's on her. She made a statement. What did she say in her the show today? The episode, she made a statement. I forgot. I can't remember word for word. But when she was talking to her date, she pretty much was saying, you know, it's her fault because you chose this man and you can't tell me you did not know this man had these flaws or whatnot. So now you're mad and you're resenting him. And so now you're on live and everybody's seeing you and seeing him and you want to go off and drag this man because of your choices. That is not fair to him.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Well, what she said was that she has to learn to stop picking people and conform them into what she wants and just be around people and gravitate to who she already vibes with. So she's getting past her build a person phase because people do this with friends and they do this with relationships. But the problem is you can't want that person to have the potential you see in them more than they want it for themselves. And then you get mad when they don't want it. So you have to check yourself on that one. And I believe she's gotten to the point where I can't make him be the person that I want him to be.
But she's still wrong.
I agree with you. She's still wrong. You
too.
can't get mad. You can't get mad at the end result because you're right. She chose this person, but you chose this person based on whatever facts. Then you try to change this person and make them XYZ. And maybe that's not their path, or maybe they're content in who they are, or they don't feel like whatever your changes are going to better them. It might be taken away from the essence of their person. So you can't be mad because you want them to be this way. Go find somebody who is already that way.
So that's where I'm gonna disagree a little bit, because I don't think she's trying to change him. The one thing she keeps telling us is he presented himself one way, and she found out he wasn't that. So I don't think she's necessarily trying to change him. I think she fell in love with who she thought he claimed to be, because she said that. She said by the time I figured out all of the lies, I was already in. So I'm
just going by what she said today. She said she needed to start trying to conform people today. That's what she thought when I watched it.
But where's the lies when she had no money? What did you say, mine?
I was gonna ask the same question. What lies?
No, I'm not. No, I don't know what the lies are. I'm just telling you what she said.
Yeah. No, I know.
Nobody's mama. No.
It's not you. I was asking.
We're just saying a statement.
No, I'm not offended. No, I don't feel like y'all. No, I'm not offended or nothing. I'm just saying I don't know.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
I'm telling the truth. I'm just saying that's what she said.
And also, if it's about the money, isn't it that she just got all this money because of legal settlement that they had. She had it at her workplace.
She got money, but the thing about it, as I think Dina had pointed out last time, that he was already taking care of her before she got her.
Before she got the.
Yes. So the thing about it is, we have selective.
I don't understand where this is coming from. He was taking care of her. She was working. I don't understand.
Well, no, what we mean is they were taking care of each other.
Yes. But then the girl got more money now. She feels
like she has a little more than
she's smelling herself. Basically, she got a little extra money and she's smelling herself.
We just have a difference of opinion. That's okay. It's cool.
Okay, so really, let me ask you a question. So, okay, I'm not saying that he was balling out of control. I don't know his financial state 100%. Okay, but it's just like she can say that she had more, but even she made a statement recently. I saw somewhere she did say, yeah, in the beginning, he did a lot more. And I don't know what a lot more means, but obviously he was taking care of a lot more. And he didn't make a statement saying that he was paying a lot of bills in the beginning. I don't know if she was struggling. I don't know about all that. But
isn't that how
her money
relationships are? But that's how relationships are. Sometimes you're up and down. You're here to support each other.
What I mean by y'all are focusing on that part, which is fine. I'm focusing on the part where I believe, this is my opinion. This is not the opinion of the panel. This is really BTV. I believe that Kenneth is at the very least verbally abusive and a stalker. So I hear what y'all are saying about the money and she got brand new. But personally, I feel like I believe Shorty when she says that Kenneth has done a lot of things to her. He has threatened her job. He has threatened to leak nudes of her. He has stalked her. I believe her. Yes. And so I hear what y'all are saying, and that may be a factor. The money part of it may very well be a factor, but I'm not going to negate that I think this man has been unhealthy in how he has dealt with her. And I feel like she's using this show as a way to get out, because I feel like she has tried to get out before and has not been successful. So I hear what y'all are saying, and I'm not saying that that's not true, because I don't know nothing about their finances. But I believe, even what I'm seeing now on social media, I'm like, he to me now is still doing things to agitate her. If they are no longer together in real life, why are you posting old videos? Why does it matter? If y'all aren't together and you're glad that y'all are no longer together, why do we need to see that? Like, that is unnecessary. You've built a whole YouTube channel showing us old videos of Shorty. It doesn't make no sense to me.
Now, that's
you
what
do
I
have
really
some very good points, really.
I don't really understand the point of. I'm agreeing with her with that. When I think it was Dan talking about this too. I first thought I was questioning why did he do that? Like, if he had the video, the YouTube out this whole time, I wouldn't question it. Question it now because it's all of a sudden coming out.
Yeah, maybe maybe he's going through his healing process.
I honestly think that he put the videos out there because he was tired of people. For him as a man, pride, ego, whatever, I think he was tired of the narrative that, she was taking care of him when there was a time when they were taking care of each other, 50-50, 60-40, whatever. So I think, his pride, his ego, his character was questioned, but I agree with really be on some points too. We were just talking about that, but I do believe that there are some questionable things, very questionable, borderline, illegal things that Kenneth is doing as well. I believe he could very well too be verbally abusive, and we know he's a stalker because I believe she posted either the restraining order.
Yeah, she posted the restraining order.
Yeah,
she currently has a restraining order against him, because in real time, I hate to be spoiler alert, in real time they are not together, and she has a restraining order against him because he is still stalking her. She's had to change her phone number again. She showed the phone records of him calling her constantly, of him trying to call her on Instagram, of him calling her from different phone numbers. Like, she's posting, and again, people don't have to believe what she's posting, and that's fine. We would believe what we want to believe, but I believe her. And
I believe it.
She posted text messages of him threatening to leak nude pictures of her, and like, I believe that.
Is that on her page?
That's on that video I sent y'all.
Okay, well, I have questions about some of this. So the restraining order. When was it? Okay, my timeline is like, did you ever restrain the order when you did this show?
No, this is after.
Okay, now I have to admit the clip that they showed for next week, it was crazy. And when she said this is the real Kenneth, I believe her.
Yeah, I believe it too.
When he was acting, when he was drinking that yak or whatever he had in that
and straight out the bottle.
Yeah, he had one. It was a brown drink, then the second was clear, which is a bad combination.
Bad combination. That's
what I said.
I
said that's a bad combination.
So,
yeah, and I understand what people in the chat are saying, and I'm gonna say this. This is me, and this is not meant at any one person in particular. But when people say, "Well, then why didn't she just leave? Why didn't she just leave?" That's what I'm saying. I think she tried, and she by herself was not successful. And it happens to women all the time. All the time. We see it. There's a whole YouTube, Lifetime TV, Oxygen, all of those channels show a story after story after story of women who tried to leave and could not. Whether it's because the heart wants what the heart wants, whether it's because they're not strong enough mentally and physically, whether it's because they don't have of friends and family. Like, I think we only know what OWN TV is showing us. So none of us have the whole story. So I'm
right. And I
hear you. I agree with what you're saying, but then she's coming here saying put a ring on it. She wants a ring. So
I don't think she ever wanted to ring. That's my point. I don't think she ever went on this show with the purposes of marrying Kenneth. I do not believe that. I believe she went on this show to be able to expose and get help and get the support. That's what I believe. Now I don't know if that's true. That's just my opinion.
But to piggyback off what Really B said, if I'm gonna go along with this scenario, which could be true, that sometimes you have to break up with somebody on some type of national platform because you need to have the evidence. Like, look, we're no longer together. He's still doing XYZ. He's doing this. He's doing that. Maybe he'll embarrass himself enough to go sit down in the corner or whatever. But to do it privately, that's when, she brought up the things of him going to her job and this, that, and the third, because now when she does break up with him again, whatever job she has now or whatever she's trying to do, if he tries to come there, they're like, oh, this that crazy dude she was on the show with, and it puts a dent in his credibility, so to speak. So I can agree if that was the intent, then sometimes you have to go to a grand scale of, okay, I'm gonna have to publicly put all of this out there because me trying to leave him and move to the other side of town by myself just isn't working.
Well,
real.
The word stalker. Oh, Ebony, I want to say real quick. The word that's the stalker word. I mean, I don't know. It's I don't know. I seriously get what Really B is saying. I know that she keeps saying that this is happening. I always say, y'all know that I always look at on the different sides of everything because okay, lips.
I love that.
The different sides of everything because I don't always just assume that a woman is telling them, and that's me. I'm sorry. I know the public people give me a lot of hard time about that, but I don't always assume because it's a woman and she says, "Oh, I got hurt." It's true facts are true. That's just me. I mean, no offense, nobody else.
Yeah, I just think she need to take that money y'all keep talking about she got and go get herself some therapy because she clearly needs help. I mean, she clearly needs some therapy. And no disrespect to Dr. Nicole, but Dr. Nicole can't give you. You keep talking about how you didn't get a one-on-one with Dr. Nicole, but Dr. Nicole can't give you what you want, boo. And I just hope that like somebody like Aurora just said in the chat, I hope she can take accountability for her part in this, and fix what she needs to fix as far as for herself, for her. And move forward. So.
Well, I hope she does. What's that noise in the background? Somebody.
Oh, that was me. I'm sorry. I sat back down.
Who said something about Charlie? And that's the most pettiest people I've ever seen.
Yes, that's what I said before.
Who didn't get on my nerves? I can't say either one of them.
Charlie and Otis.
They simple. They're just so simple. Oh God, they simple. I cannot listen. You had a choice to pick one of the men you went out on a date with. And instead of picking the college graduate, soon to be politician that you had a great conversation with, well, at least on camera, it's again, we only see what they show us. You went on a couple of dates with him, I really feel like the only reason why you didn't go out on a third date is because of Otis.
Right.
And instead of that, you picked the fake Odell Beckham.
That's
Yes.
With it.
Yes.
Take you from your man. Girl.
Yes. Yes.
the fake Odell Beckham. That's the one right there.
Ooh. Okay.
So she agreed to go out on a second date just to spite him. And then because she agreed to go out on the second date with old boy, that he gonna go out. He wasn't a bit more interested in going out on a date with that girl than the man in the moon. But that's just how petty they are.
Oh, but it gets pettier. At the end, when she said she needed to give Odell Beckham Jr. a closure date, then that's when he decided he was gonna go on the third date. Just petty and toxic.
What are you closing, ma'am? There's nothing to close. What is wrong with you?
There really is. Both of them acting crazy. And
They remind me of the Water Roses. Y'all remember that movie way? It was
Yes. Michael Douglas
they remind me of Water
and
Roses. They just gonna keep outdoing each other and out pettying each other.
Mhm.
The two of them irritate my soul.
That's not healthy, and that's not
a good movie
healthy.
though. Oh my God, it's a good movie. Jesus Christ. I'm watching
Yeah.
it. I need to own that movie. I'm sorry. I love her as an actress too.
Wait, Abby hasn't said anything. I'm just waiting for Abby to say something.
It's actually normal.
Because this show is trash. What you would like me to say? I don't like Shorty. I don't like Kenneth. They're both toxic and need to get away from each other. The same with Otis and baby girl with the forehead. The same with the laughing bear and baby girl with all the leaves.
Not the laughing bear.
Trash.
I was not expecting.
That's a laughing bear.
That's not-
Oh Lord.
It's the laughing bear for
Jesus
me.
Christ.
Listen.
But I said that in my first review. In my very first review for this season, I said, none of these couples need to be together.
No.
Yeah.
My opinion has not changed.
Yeah.
My opinion has not changed.
Yeah. They are wasting Dr. Nicole's time and our time because none of these couples should have been coming here asking for any ring or anything.
Although I did like when Shay was talking about focusing on herself, though, because even if they were together or not at the end of this process, she did want to focus on herself and not jump into anything too soon and not back or whatever. So
that's because she's trying to give him time to get himself back together and come get her.
Mm-hmm.
Not because she's trying to focus on her. Let's be honest about what's happening here.
Yes.
That was the threat. Well, if you don't get it together, well, I'm just going to leave and be by myself in a tower and I'm going to let down my weave and you better climb up here, nigga, and come get me. That's what that was doing.
You know good.
I cannot stand Abby. God, I can't stand her.
Well, but she might be waiting for a long time because that can work both ways. If she go focus on herself and he go focus on himself and he finds something better or she finds something better, it
That's
could,
fine.
Well, I just say find peace.
Find peace.
Find peace, and then everything else will fall into place.
That's true. That's true.
Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about them. It's just a complete hummus. I'm still on the bear. I'm still
Okay.
But it's a true statement. He got the teddy bear thing going on and everything's funny. I don't know if that's a coping mechanism or nervousness about him. But like sometimes I can see how that could be annoying. Like I'm trying to have a serious conversation with you and you just laughing.
Hey, Cass.
He said it was.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Stacey.
I can definitely see why it's annoying as hell. Hey, Stacey.
I should have had my red lipstick on. Y'all had red lipstick on. I got my shiny stuff around the drawer. Oh,
I was trying to be like really B. I had to go run back and put some red on me.
You silly.
I didn't feel like doing it up. I just didn't feel like it.
I don't even know where my red lipstick is.
I know you not. Well, that's because you nothing. I'm not gonna do this with her today.
Sounds like a good
Look, I keep mine. I keep mine on the laptop. This my YouTube lipstick. In case I don't have my makeup done for the day, I keep one little piece of lipstick right by the computer in case I need to throw some color on my face.
No.
If I turn this camera around and showed you my desk, y'all would be like, "There's something wrong with her. Why do you have so much
makeup?"
Yes.
Full of makeup. Y'all don't even have earrings on. Oh my God, I'm slipping today. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'll show y'all when we finish. When we go backstage, I'll show y'all what the desk looks like in front of me. It's nothing but it's makeup. From here to here, it's nothing but makeup.
I love that. Love it.
If I turn around, show you mine, it'd be a can of beer with a little bit of makeup. That's it.
Not even a little bit. Y'all, I'm in
A mess.
Because all I use is certain lipstick and certain makeup, and I know what I buy, and I just keep it. That's it. I got my little science. I'm good with it. But okay, so as far as Charlie, do you think that any of these couples gonna make it at the end? I'm being like serious. You think any of them gonna like, oh, we go? They all get wedding dresses next episode. I'm like, dang, we all get the wedding dresses already?
Yep.
Nobody's ready for that. To me, nobody. And she said, if I get married, was I ready to marry you? She was like, no. Sometimes
Well, I think Charlie and Otis would go through it and live happily petty ever after. But well, we already know about Kenneth and Shorty, and I think that Shay and them will go ahead and do their thing, because in her mind, I don't care what nobody say, she thinks they married already because they actually got married and just didn't sign the paperwork. So she in it to win it for the long haul. But yeah, I think Charlie and Otis would get married just to torture each other for the rest of their life.
That's good. They belong. Then they only perpetuate your petty toxicity with each other. Y'all stay in the corner over there by yourself.
Nobody else would date them. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else would put up with that. So you got to stick to where you going. I mean, people do it all the time. If I'm a certain way and I got a person that puts up with it, and I try to date somebody else and they keep shutting me down and saying they're not going to accept this, that, and the third, then I'm going to go back to whoever accepts it. And they both accept each other's behavior. So more than likely, they will probably be together and live happily petty ever after.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all already talk about their dates? I'm sorry, I was late to the party.
We kind of jumped all around, but go ahead and tell us what your thoughts on everything, because we jumped around a lot.
Hold on, give me a second. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know it's I was trying to stuff my face and everything at one time. Well, y'all know I took notes, and I think Lil Chris Brown is so cute. Like, Charlie can quit playing with him. I don't know what it is about him. He the cutest little thing.
Who? I don't find nothing cute about him.
Who?
Oh, we're talking about Odell Beckham Jr.
I like the little funky hair, maybe. I don't know.
No, he's cute. Yeah, he's cute.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's handsome.
Are we talking about the date? Or are we talking about Otis?
The date.
The
No?
Yeah, what's his name, Chris?
Otis?
Look, I don't know.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
I'm
That's right. Ain't nobody coming to see
Okay,
you.
so I was really bothered. Okay, I was really bothered by Charlie's date with him. Like, Charlie needs to get out and date. Like, she don't know how to date or something. Because I didn't like her talking about what she talking about with Otis with the boy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mama. Go ahead. I'm trying to speak the word.
Blue bear on my face.
No, because she's talking about the bear. So that's why I was trying to find the bear, and I want to make sure it works. She's talking about, she calls him a bear. What's his name? What's the big? I don't want to say. What's his name?
Alfonso, the laughing bear.
Yeah. Oh, laugh. I thought she said dancing. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
laughing bear.
Oh,
Oh, you
yeah.
forgot that. Anyway, like, the fact that she said she went on a whole date just to clear up what Lil Chris meant, because Otis thought that he was saying that she was weak. That was dumb as hell to me.
Because
Like, if you are really that confident in yourself and believe in yourself, you don't need anybody to validate you at all. And to say that, oh, I'm going on a second date with this guy just so I can get clarity on what he meant by this, that was crazy to me.
You could have did that over a text message.
Child.
But she
You
really
could have
wanted
not done it at all because you only met that man. You knew him for a total of a week. Why does his opinion of you matter?
Mm-hmm.
But like,
Because
if y'all
it's not his opinion, it's Otis's opinion. And she wants to prove Otis wrong.
right, and
Facts.
and if y'all look, like, when they were sitting down with Dr. Nicole, and how, like, everything he would like mock everything that I was saying, was like, of course he'd say that. Like, whoa. Like, he kept, like, basically trying to say, like, like Charlie's dumb or something. Like she's so gullible.
Right, because there was no win in that scenario because she came back and said, see, he said I wasn't stupid. And he was like, well, duh, what do you expect him to say? And if she had come back and said, you were right, Otis. He did say he was just trying to he thought I was weak. He'd have been like, see, I told you. So there was no purpose in clearing that up because there was nothing you could say that was going to give you any sort of vindication. You know what I'm saying? But I understand what y'all are saying, that was her reason, but
it was a dumbass reason.
Exactly.
I just think it was a struggle bus. I don't know. The thing about this season, I feel like it's just so weird. It's like if you want to root for people like that, a couple, you want to root for them, you want to see them win. It's like when I see the chats and different videos, like Really Beats or whoever talking about it, it's like nobody's rooting for them. Even the people in here, they're just like, it's just, and even other bloggers, I've seen the bloggers talk about it. It's like nobody's rooting for these couples. Do y'all? I mean,
you know what I think the problem is, and this is just going back. When you go back to the first season, and even to a certain extent the second season, well, I won't even say the second season. When you look at it, even the couples who I felt were the most toxic in first and second season, they gave us enough background for us to be like, well, they have been together and they did do this and they did that. Like Hollywood and Ashley, they have been together. Like they showed us pictures of them from college, you know.
Right. Yes.
You know, with even Shay and old boy who, you know, she didn't want to accept his child. We saw that they had built a life together. Yes. Like we saw the foundation. And so I don't think we were so quick to just be like, forget it. But with these couples, they've given us none of that. Even with Shay and Fonzo, they were so harping on the family storyline that they weren't giving us the fact that, but these two really have been together for a minute, and they really have built a life, regardless of whether his family accepts it or not. They have built a foundation, and I think that's why I'll speak for myself. That's why I think I am so quick to be like, none of them need to be together because you're not giving me any It's like when somebody tells you all the negative in their relationship, well, you're real quick to be like, well, why are you with them? But they don't tell you all the good. They don't tell you about the great. Oh, well, remember that time I was sick and Otis stood by my side the whole time and nursed me back to health. Or remember that time that my dad was sick and Otis got up in the middle of the night and drove me to the hospital and stayed there. Like, we don't get any of that. We're only getting Otis is an asshole. You know what I'm saying?
Otis ain't about to be driving in the middle of the night for nobody.
But we don't know that because they haven't showed us that. Right. Though. You see what I'm saying? We don't know that.
But
either way,
but what we can see is not all with all the editing in the world. Otis's arrogance is on full display.
I agree, but what I'm saying is we're so quick to feel that way because they've given us no alternative.
I agree with that.
In this whole we're on episode 8. What has Charlie said positive about Otis? What nice story has she told us about Otis? What? You know what I'm saying?
What has anybody said?
Here's the thing. Even in the last 2 seasons, the individual people have been likable and charismatic, and we have been like, oh, but I like him, even though he does X, Y, and Z. I'm sure he can bring it around. We don't like none of these niggas this season. Not one of them, not the women nor the men. All of them are trash. So therefore, it's very hard to get on board and root for somebody when we don't like nobody at the spot.
And that's it. You summed it up, Abby. You summed up exactly what I was saying. You summed it up, girl.
And I touch and agree with that message.
I didn't mean the stinks need to come out, but it's the one I got. I'm sorry.
Well, it's trash, and it ain't nothing good about it. Ain't nothing good about it at all.
I'm pretty sure they don't see it. They probably think they're the best season. A lot of these shows, I hear people talk cast side. This is the best season ever. I'd be like,
best season of what? This show?
No, I can appreciate that y'all think that she's crying out for help. She's still trash. She's still not good. She can be a horrible person and crying out for help. And 2 things can be true at the same time. Yep.
I don't think she's a horrible person, but
I do.
Your point. I know you do.
I know. You want to help the baby get away.
No, I don't want to help her. I could care less about her. I just don't think she's trash.
Oh wow.
Hey, I also wanted to point out that one.
I don't like her either, but I'll help the baby.
I was trying to follow her a little bit, and then she said, "Look, I'm like, I'm trying to follow you," and then right there, you just.
Did y'all catch Otis and his lie on his date when the girl, what's the name, Sheree, she was like asking him about stuff, and he lied to her because he was like, "No, I don't be asking her about her dates," and like basically he lied about getting rah-rah with her. When that's the man, go wash your hands and take a shower and all that. He really does get rah-rah. Like, why you gonna lie about it?
Yeah, he was putting on air, put on 10 on 10. He was being real fake, but also Charlie was being fake too. Like, she acting like she was genuinely interested in that dude. She was not.
She wasted a little Chris Brown time. You're right.
Girl, Chris Brown. Wait, who?
What?
Who let Chris Brown? Her date? I'm still trying to put that together.
That's her date. His name is Lil Chris, right?
Actually, I'm sorry, I don't remember the name.
Yeah, his name
is Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You know what, Stacey?
You know, Chris Brown had his blonde in before.
Oh, yeah, he did. He did.
Wow.
Well, all I know is that these three couples are not going to. If they do make it, if anybody does make it, I believe it'll be Otis and Crazy Shay. But I know in this next episode, baby mama gonna call in on the phone, and it's gonna be whatever. They're gonna talk back and forth, and he apologizing to her. But if you listen to the.
Did you hear what she was saying, though? She was like, "You just dropped me." Duh.
Uh-oh, Stacey froze up.
Wait.
And I froze up with my mouth open, too.
You know what? I'm not even going to say I could say something, but I'm not.
This is that mama that put that disjointed bad grammar post on Instagram.
How you going to freeze me like that, Kamisha?
I'm trying
excuse me?
both our families.
I know you have a call that you gotta make. Until Fonzo really addresses the elephant in the room, I can't think about an engagement.
I'm basically calling to apologize because I did stuff the wrong way.
Yes, you did cut me off. Yes, you did throw me by the way. But I'm left broken.
I deeply apologize from the heart.
I'm
like marriage at this point. You weak.
This is what you bring to the table.
I don't give a what you feel like I bring to the table anymore. Because guess what?
You look like a songwriter right now.
I feel wonderful.
Seeing him drinking makes me think that maybe some of that liquid courage is what has him losing his mind right now.
Liquid courage.
I know she insulting him still. Damn.
And then he did a cartwheel. I was like, what is that?
That wasn't even a whole cartwheel. That was a half a round off.
Not the jumping at the
cartwheel. That stumble.
Yeah. That's like I went to fall and I just made it look good.
No. I'm drunk and I was trying to make myself not look crazy on TV, but you look crazy anyway. I don't know what was going on with that scene.
They so toxic.
Just all bad. They all need shock therapy and then a reset.
Well, not control, alt, delete.
They need to be restored to factory settings and start over.
He just looks really miserable. In fact, all the women on this show, except for Shay a little bit, look extremely miserable on this show, in my opinion.
Well, let me tell you something. Shay could be miserable as hell. She's still gonna look damn good. So I think that's her putting on the front. I mean, she's cried and everything a couple times, but she not gonna let it wear on her face. Like Charlie and Shorty, they wearing the emotions on their face. And Shay is like, yeah, I'm hurt by XYZ or I'm disappointed by XYZ, but she gonna look damn good being miserable.
No, she looks miserable in the face. Oh, no, I see it. I see it. I see it all in the center. She's holding her face so tight so she don't cry all the time.
I can see that. I mean, I wasn't looking for it, but now that you say that, I can see there's I can replay back sometimes in my head, but yeah. But
she had that interview. I mean, not interview. That date she had, and she didn't have much makeup on. She was completely sad in that scene. But that guy when he's telling her she to leave him or whatever. Look how she been crying between scenes. I remember that. I said, look how she had been crying.
Oh yeah, with the DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I just think she's also sad, and it's actually a sad situation if you think about it, because it's like I don't get the point of this whole thing. If you're gonna be so miserable and not happy anyway, why? I'm not gonna say why would you not leave. I know a lot of things that go with that. it just to be that miserable. Just and then also, you remember going on a TV show. You can't hide everything with makeup. You really can't. That stuff comes on camera.
Uh-oh, did her mic go out?
I can't do it. My face gonna tell on me every time. Even if I say it.
I'm shocked. You, Eddie?
Shut your ass up. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you. Because you've been in my face, literally. In my face. You've been in my face. You know what it is. And I try and be nice.
I don't feel like you do though. I don't.
You don't feel like I try and be nice sometimes?
Sometimes. I think sometimes you be trying. But sometimes I think you be like, fuck you.
I think you try, whether you're successful at it or not. That's a whole nother story.
But that is true too. That is true.
I try.
Let me defend Abby. Let me say this. I'm gonna defend Abby in the sense that Abby is a yin to my yang. Because when I be ready to go off, Abby is the calm one, and Abby is the one that be like, "It's okay, it's okay." Loretta. I will say that because there have been times when I be ready to blow, and she be like, "Loretta." So I'm
frozen again.
She's done that here.
I'm not always the setter offer. Sometimes, because Loretta jumped because Loretta's got the scary jump. Loretta will jump from 1 to 650, and then I'll be like, "Oh shit!" Okay, so I don't want to go to jail right now. So
I'm telling you, that's the cancer in me. Because in cancers, although me and Kamisha, I don't see this with Kamisha too much, but with cancers, it's usually a slow burn. Like I'm good. I will take, and then something will it's like the light switch, and I'll be like, whoosh.
I'm trying to say I'm not slow burn.
You are not a slow burn, Kamisha. I'm sorry, you're not.
I thought she was gonna snatch somebody over.
Kamisha, you be ready to snatch
me. I was like,
that's how I am.
I said, okay. We can't both be crazy. We can't both be crazy at the same time. Loretta and I, we both can't be crazy because if we both crazy at the same, it's gonna be a wrap. Ain't gonna be nothing left but lights. Like when I see her, when she starts to elevate, then that's when I start. I literally start to de-elevate myself because we can't both be in the same crazy place at the same crazy.
That's true. That's true.
So Abby, so you're saying, when she goes up, you go low, like Michelle.
Yes.
When she goes up, I try and bring it lower and try and calm the situation. We ain't never been in a situation where she's elevated and then that person says something crazy to me to make me begin to elevate as well. Because the moment that happens,
it's done.
It is not going to be good for whoever it's going to be a bad day for them.
I don't think I would be able to help anybody if they allow it to get to that point with Abby. I just don't know if I have the skill set. I just be like, go on and just call 911. Let me go on and get the bail money. Because that's
but because I know I have a rage issue, it takes a lot for me to get there, and I can feel like when I feel myself starting to heat up, I will remove myself from the situation because I know if I get to the point where it goes to white noise and like the veil drops over my eyes, that's it. It's a wrap. Somebody's going to end up hurt. Somebody's going to end up seriously hurt. So I know not to even get myself to that point to where we had a conversation about this about another show where somebody knew. Like, listen, I'm telling you now, I'm going to pop this bitch. Let me go and get myself and get out of here. And they talked him into coming back, and he ended up popping the bitch in the face. Listen, I told you what was going to happen for me.
People tell you who they are. Listen.
Believe them.
I tried not to let it, not a slow burn, as the BTV say. But in my younger days, baby, you could have breathed on my shoulder wrong, and you caught an elbow. I was horrible.
But you know what, Kamisha? I was like that in my younger days too. In my younger days, in my younger days, I tell people all the time, and it's funny because people don't believe me because they know who I am now. But in my younger days, I was a bitch. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I was not a nice person, and I honestly wasn't a nice person to be around. My mother used to tell me, "I don't know how you have friends." And she was serious. She was like, I don't know how people are your friend because you are insufferable. Like my mother used to be like, you are horrible.
Your mama tell you know it's true. But my dad told me when I was pregnant with my son, he was like, "Look, I'll come see you after 9 months because
So is it
I don't want to slap
age?
my pregnant child." I was like, "Daddy," he was so serious.
Real B, what made you change? Like, is it with age comes wisdom, or?
Honestly, I started changing in college. I don't know if it was a different environment. I don't know if it was being away from home because I went to college away from home. So I don't know if it was circumstances because I had to in that environment. I couldn't go home and be in my own little cocoon and be around my friends that just accepted me. Like, I don't know. I honestly can't. But it was in college is when I started. If you meet people that I knew in college, they would never believe who I was in high school. If my college friends met my high school friends, they would be like first of all, I only am cool with about 5 people I went to high school with. That already tell you right there. I just didn't fuck with people in high school. And the funny thing was, I was part of the popular crowd. Like, I was with the popular girls, but I was the one everybody was scared of. They were like, "Yeah, don't mess with her.
You probably outgrew everybody." I mean,
I was that person. Funny. And so it's like when I went to college, though, I don't know. College was when it changed.
Everybody has that point. For me,
because I was crazy back in the day too.
I thought the kid made me worse though. I'm not gonna lie.
When I was 15,
my kids, I acted a fool. I acted a fool so bad.
I had to go sit on. I got into a physical altercation with a woman my father was having an affair with, and I tried to kill her. We got into a physical altercation. I tried to kill. Like, I went to that space in my head where it's a white noise and the veil fell over my eyes, and it scared me because I was trying to kill that woman. I would try to kill her. And so I had to go sit on somebody's sofa at that point because I was so full of rage. And that, like, I didn't want to snap on my mama. I didn't want to snap on my sister who was living with us, and she was pregnant at the time. And we had gotten into a physical altercation over the remote. That's how I was so angry by what my dad had done. And it had filled me with such rage. Like, it took the tiniest thing to set me off. So, and me and my sister are Scorpios. So, it don't take much. It don't take much. We got into she was pregnant at the time. We got into a physical altercation over the TV remote. So when I had that physical altercation with the whore that my daddy was fooling with, that it scared me so bad that, like, I had to go sit on somebody's sofa and take some anger management and talk about why I was so angry. And try and get a handle on it, because the rage is still there. I still have it, but I just know how to manage it at this point. I know how to manage it.
Couch, I think that's pretty awesome because we don't talk about stuff like that, and people think it's such a taboo thing to be satisfied as couch. So I do commend you for doing that, because Lord knows I should have done a long time ago. Still haven't, but I know I probably need to, because I still.
I'm sorry, we went way left, but yeah, but I agree with you. But no, I agree with you, Kamisha, because I think that, when I first met Evie, and she would tell those stories, like, I was like, oh, she's exaggerating. Oh, she really. But now that I know her and we've talked more, and I have more, I'm like, no, and it's real, and it's, you know what I'm saying? We have to really accept that. Like I said, who I was in high school is not who I was in college, and it's certainly not who I am today, and so forth and so on. You know what I'm saying? And I think we really have to celebrate, and if adjustments need to be made, make adjustments. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. We don't talk about it, especially as Black women. We don't really, because I think one of my biggest frustrations is when people are like, "Oh, don't use the word aggressive describing Black women." Well, if the word is appropriate to describe a person and their behavior at that moment, then it's appropriate. But we've made that word, when I say we, when I'm saying media, the world has made that word so taboo that it's almost like you can't describe someone being aggressive if they're really being aggressive.
Well, it's been used too loosely, just like the word narcissistic.
But I think
I agree.
Word. And I think the reason why I think people become sensitive about it is because I have not seen it being used towards other races. All right.
Because even, I'm gonna be honest,
you cannot tell me that white people are never aggressive.
No. And I agree with you, because even we do it. When I say we, because I think we even did it with Karen. We came up with a nice, pretty word to describe a white woman behaving badly, a white woman being aggressive, a white woman being rude. We can't. I mean, Karen is a really nice, pretty word. But you know what I'm saying? We don't call black women who are aggressive. We don't call them Sheila. I'm sorry, Sheila. You just the first name popped in my head. But we didn't come up with a nice, pretty name to describe what they were acting like. No, we say she's being aggressive, she's being rude, she's being ghetto, right? Those are the words we use. So now we're over here and we come up with this nice, again, society, not us individually. Society came up with this nice, pretty word to describe what white women do. Oh, she's being a Karen. No, she's being rude. She's being racist. She's being disrespectful. No, call a spade. And I've been guilty. I've used Karen. I'm not, I'm saying we've done it. But we've got to start, we're going to call a thing a thing.
Right. And being aggressive is not always a bad, this is part of the issue. Being aggressive is not always a bad thing. Being aggressive is not always, it can be just like anything else, but just being aggressive is not always a bad thing. Also, I think that we as Black women have been labeled the angry Black woman for so long that we are not allowed to own our feelings. I own the fact that I have an issue with rage and I had to go sit on somebody's sofa and talk to somebody and get a handle on it. I own that and I'm okay with that. But it's such a negative connotation and people have been policing our feelings and the right to our feelings and labeling our feelings and the right for us to have these feelings for so long that it's immediately like it's, oh no, you got to be da 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 da. You can't show.
I'm sorry, Abby. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You can't show those feelings without it being a negative connotation. Instead of you being a person with feelings, all of a sudden you become this thing.
Right.
And that's all you are.
And isn't it? And that's what I'm saying, because immediately anybody outside the black race sees you're acting kind and you're being nice. It's like they're shocked. It's like they were expecting a different reaction towards a situation.
I'm gonna be honest.
I get that all the time. Oh, I
get tired of being aggressive. No, I'm just being me speaking for Kamisha. And I know some of you girls know I've said this before. I can't stand the word because I've been called it a lot.
Yes.
There have been times I wasn't even really being aggressive and I got labeled that, and I was like, damn. I mean, so it doesn't matter what I do, that's gonna be my label. I don't own it. I don't own that. But it's frustrating. So to me, I don't like the word that much. Even whether I'm on the blogging thing, I'm called aggressive. Even at the job as a boss, I've been called that, and I've taken back like, why am I aggressive? Because I'm being strong and confident, or I know what I need to do, or what is it? I'm not upset. I'm not angry. So why am I aggressive? I've had these conversations, and the results of the responses were trash. There was nothing to go what they're saying or to validate what they're saying. Like, why are you calling me aggressive? I'm not even acting that way. I just hate the word.
But you know what I can't stand about in numerous situations like y'all described, we as African American Black persons of color, women, get labeled aggressive. But if another person who is not of color, male or female, does the same actions, they say they're being passionate about their position. So why can't I be passionate too?
Right. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm about to go left again. So work with me again if I'm going left.
Oh, preach on.
But again, labeling Black women as aggressive is a way to usurp their power. And what I mean by that is this: Black women specifically we are aggressive because we have to be. And like Evan said, there's nothing wrong with that word. We're aggressive in the workforce. You know why? Because we'll get looked over time and time again. We're aggressive when it comes to our children. You know why? Because our children are going to get looked over time and time again. We're aggressive with our mates. You know why? Because if we're dating a Black man, we know that what comes with being a Black man in this America. So yeah, we're aggressive. You understand what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with it, but they've taken that word and they've turned it into something negative so that we'll shy away from being called
doing whatever.
There's nothing wrong. Listen, in my workforce and among what I do at my job, am I aggressive? I absolutely am. You know why I'm aggressive? Because on my show, as much as I joke about what I do and I complain sometimes about what I do, on my shoulders sit the future.
Right.
And I've always taught, in predominantly Black and brown schools. I was always taught in schools that are predominantly Black and brown. So I know what my responsibility is. So am I aggressive with my kids? I am. Am I aggressive when it comes to administration doing right by our kids? I am. Am I aggressive about wanting to do something different as far as pushing a new program or getting a promotion or changing jobs because I want to work in a different? Yeah, I am. Am I aggressive about my nephew, who I know as a Black man already got the stacks against him and he's only 4 years old? I sure am. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think we got to get away from, when I say we, I understand what you're saying, Kamisha, so I'm not saying we on this panel. But we have to get away from allowing other people to make us feel some kind of way about being aggressive. Kamisha, there's nothing wrong with being aggressive when you say, I'm a Black blogger and I enjoy what I do, and I'm not going to allow somebody to do what I feel like is disrespect. It's nothing wrong with somebody saying, oh, she's aggressive. You know what? And I am.
So what?
I know. I understand that point. Okay, but so it not even just me being a blogger, because the position I'm in, I'm salary. I'm up in a pretty high position where I am, and I had to, fight tooth and nail to get to that point. And sometimes, even in these meetings or whatnot, I'm the only Black woman, and then I'm the only one being called or labeled aggressive. Yeah, I've had issues where like close conversations had to happen. I'm like, no, you're not going to do that, because they're equating it to I'm angry at that moment because I might be passionate about people of color not being noticed in this certain type of store, whatever I'm talking about. And sometimes it's equated to subjects like that. So if I'm talking about fighting for my people in a work environment, which I do often, I'm labeled that. Not by everybody, but I don't want to hear from Tom. I just don't.
No, I understand, yeah. And somebody in the chat just said aggressive is the wrong word. Aggressive might be the wrong word, but again, it's the word that Dave used as a weapon against us. And what I'm saying is, what, in my opinion, now nobody gotta agree with me, that's fine. But we can't shy away. It's their word that they've used. So instead of shying away from it and being offended by it when it's appropriate. Now I'm not talking about when it's not appropriate. When it's appropriate, then instead of shying away from it, then we embrace it and we take it on as our own, and we take ownership of it, because that's when you take the power out of the word. When you take ownership of it, you take the power out of it. And I understand what y'all saying, that maybe assertive is a better word, or proactive. Like, we can come up with all sorts of adjectives. I agree with that, but it's for me, and again, I can only speak for myself. That word doesn't hit me no kind of way, and I know it does other people, and that's fine. But that word don't hit me no kind of way. I guess
And really, I have to agree with you, because while you're dealing with the future, I'm dealing with people's paychecks. So when I have to be assertive and aggressive and proactive and all these adjectives to go out there and get the money, because if I don't do my job, housekeepers don't work, the front desk doesn't work, banquets, all these other different people don't work if I don't do my job. So when they say certain things, it's just like, okay, well, do you want me to sit here and wait on the phone to ring, or you want me to go out in the streets and get this money? Because I'm not just going to work to get me a check in my field of work. I'm going to get a check so that 50 other people can get a check.
Right.
Well, I agree with Kamisha.
I want to hear. Hold on, Stacey, baby. I want to hear you, but I really want to hear from Lee. She's younger. I really want to hear her opinion. Go ahead, cuz. Go ahead. Can you agree with me? Go ahead.
Oh, y'all red lips. I mean, I agree with what.
No, I'll say Stacey finished her thought.
Oh,
I mean, go ahead, Lee. Don't forget.
Oh, go ahead. You can go ahead and finish your thought, and then I'll say what I need to say. I'll say what I will say.
Well, I have a problem with it. Like, I can totally understand where Kamisha's coming from, and I think that it's deeply rooted in the fact that people used to use this terminology, in our history to frighten people, and to like animalize us, like make us like we're not even human. Like, how did people come, in slavery and Jim Crow, white women were taught to fear Black men and Black women. They're aggressive. They're beasts. They behave like beasts. They behave like these wild, vicious animals. And I think that terminology of aggressive, labeling Black people as aggressive, stems from that ugly history. And so, like, while I can see why some people will embrace the word and say, well, hell, it's nothing wrong with me protecting mine and fighting for mine and being assertive and being aggressive. I can also understand like how it can be very hurtful in that, like we were dehumanized with that word. We were, like slave masters and people were taught to fear us, and to be afraid of us because we are aggressive animals on the prowl. And if you take your eyes off of them, if you take the shackles off of them, they'll kill your whole family. You know what I mean? So I can definitely understand like from a historical perspective, especially like with Kamisha, like we're from the South. And so like things like labels like that on us is like comes from a really deeply rooted hatred of people that look like all of us ladies on this panel. So I can understand I can understand everyone.
100%.
I mean, and yeah, and it's just like, like people, and I don't mean to compare it to this, and I'm not going to say the word, but, like the N word, like how it's like that controversy over it. Do we take it and own it and make it ours? I know it was used against us negatively in the past. So do we put an A instead of ER and own it and cultivate and make this a different slang word, or, what do we do? So I can understand, where everybody fits in with all of these words that were used to demonize us and dehumanize us in the past.
And knowing that, then does it become more offensive, especially when a sister who looks like you then uses that word towards you? Is that more offensive to you, Stacey?
I'm sorry, what you mean?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, but you said what?
No, I said, then is it more offensive when a black sister uses that towards you? Do you feel like, oh my gosh, you should understand the history, you should be more sensitive towards the word?
Well, I've never been called aggressive by any of my my sisters.
Yeah.
I think most of the time something like that comes from outside of our race, and it's offensive in that case.
Alicia?
I was just gonna say that I agree with really BTV what she said.
Well, put a ring on it to a whole conversation. That lets you know how good the show is.
Well, you know what? It kind of ties in with it because actually we're speaking about us as black women. We're talking about mental health, and I'm not trying to be funny. That show literally.
Thank you, TC.
I'm saying mental health is obviously there's some things going on the show, like real talk, and so they don't talk enough. I know they have the conversation with Doctor and like Burley TV. No offense to Doctor, Nicole or whatever. Some of these issues, I don't think she's equipped to.
They're wasting her time. They're seriously wasting her time.
I don't know. I'm not even going to discredit her. I don't know what kind of doctor she actually is. Is she a relationship counselor? Have they ever given her accolades what she actually is? Do y'all know?
No. Whatever she is, she's doing a good job. But I think at this point, she's wasting her time with these couples. All right. They needed not to be on this show. I don't know. Whoever production is, they are failing. None of these couples were supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be, nobody in this, none of these couples are supposed to be expecting a ring at the end of it. Like you have deep issues to deal with. You have not met the in-laws. You expect them to be in a serious relationship with you?
Well, you haven't met the in-laws and you already got married. So why are you here?
Okay. You have issues with finances and others, and you expect a ring? You feel like you're being belittled. And you expect a ring, you think that, and this is the thing that people go into a relationship hoping to change the person. Then you say, you know what? Maybe when I get married, they're gonna change. They don't change.
It gets worse.
Change. Nothing changes.
Say it again, Dana.
It gets worse because now they got you. They can fully take the mask off. Like they showed you a little bit of who
you
they
have
were,
already signed
and
that,
you still wanted to marry him.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Dramas.
So,
what did you say, Evan?
I say, again, I agree. None of these people need to be together. This show is complete garbage.
Yeah, it's garbage.
All of them need to get somewhere on somebody's couch and get their lives together. Listen, Listen, I am a huge advocate of mental health and going to sit on somebody's sofa, talk to somebody and get yourself right. How you gonna be? How, in the immortal words of the always late Queen Lauren Hill,
I was getting ready to
how you gonna win if you ain't right within?
I was
Listen,
Dang, honey. How you
Yes.
gonna win if you ain't right within?
I like
honey?
that.
Listen, you gotta get yourself together first. I have said this plenty of time. Any man or woman who is wounded and broken should not be in a relationship because they are just going to bleed all over whoever they come in contact with until they heal themselves. Get yourself together. How you gonna be with somebody if you don't like being in your own company? If you can't even be by yourself in your own company and enjoy yourself, how do you expect anybody else to?
Wow.
I love me. I love my company. Ain't nobody got to come out here, and I will be okay. I have a good time with myself. I'm a good time regardless.
Mm-hmm.
We know you could stay in your house all day.
I just wanted to follow up with Kamisha. She, Dr. Nicole holds a PhD in organizational psychology and a Master of Science in clinical psychology. She's a professional certified life coach, and she's been doing it for about 25 years.
And that's what I say. They're wasting Dr. Nicole's time.
They wasting on her time.
Yeah.
Wow. I hope she bill all of them by the hour, all 6 of them by the hour.
Exactly. Yeah.
Can't afford it.
She's really
Not
good.
by the hour though.
They give her
Wait a second.
They give her a lot of mess to deal with. She's probably like, I can knock in this junkyard up. I'm gonna make it look pretty.
I hope they giving her a real good check because I'd be in somebody's office talking about y'all don't pay me enough for this buffoonery.
She probably says that.
Yeah. The only reason I tune in is because of Dr. Nicole.
Please, Dr. Nicole living a good life. Dr. Nicole is probably, they filmed this show in a month. Dr. Nicole, for 1 month of her time and whatever prep they do beforehand, and then the reunion, Dr. Nicole is making a good 6 figures for 2 months worth of work. She all right.
Good.
She
probably has a practice.
I'm not saying she don't earn it. I'm just saying it ain't like this is a full-time all day, every day. She filmed with them when they do their group scenes and then their little one-on-ones, and then she do the reunion. Child, she good.
So you know what? There was a moment of truth on this episode. I don't know if y'all talked about it because I'm sorry I was late. But when Shorty went on the date with Tavi and he was like, he feels like this was a setup to be let down.
Oh yeah.
That he was being played with. You know what I mean? I thought that was like, to me, I was like, damn, like we're watching these people go on these journeys, and for whatever reason, these couples are being petty or manipulative towards each other. Like you got people like Tavi coming in the process and getting his feelings hurt. Like that's crazy to me. Like you went on 4 days with this boy, with this man, just playing with him.
Listen, sir, you signed up to date somebody who was in a relationship. I don't understand what you thought was going to happen. Why would you even open up yourself to, you know what I'm saying? Why would you even open yourself up to becoming attached or getting attached to anyone who from the jump is in a relationship in such which they are trying to figure out if they should get married or not. So the fact that you are being inserted into this situation, I don't care how many dates we would have repeated. There's no way that I am going to open myself up to form any type of attachment to this person because this person is already in a relationship. That's why I say the show is trash.
Well, did y'all feel like that the same way, like with Alfonso's date, Tanisha, when she was like, I think about him all the time and I have such a good time when we're together. And I was like, well, I think I only have one little date.
She gives me thirstiness. It's doing
yes, I agree.
You're trying way too hard for a dude you know for 24 hours. She was acting weird the first day. I was like, no, ma'am.
But she's also reading the room. She knows that.
Is she?
I think so, because just like when you know the last episode when they went on the first date and she was like, "Oh, you're not gonna feed me," and he was like, "No, I can't." He told on himself because she was like, "Oh, okay, I see you respecting the rules or whatever," and he was like, "Nah, I just don't want to die." That's a tell right there. Like, yeah, these cameras wasn't here, it might be something different. If we was on the low, it might be something different. Like certain women know when you're going on a date and you know this man is like, you know what he's capable of or what he might be down with. You throw hints and questions, but they just happen to be on film. I guarantee you, if they was not on film and she met Alfonso at Boogaloo's or something, it would have been a whole different outcome because he's already privy to infidelity.
Not Boogaloo's. What is that?
It's a restaurant in Atlanta that has this amazing brunch. It's like a popping spot where everybody goes to. You can see everybody there, like Jermaine Dupri, T.I., everybody be there.
Oh, Boogaloo's. Loretta, write that down.
And they have swings. They have like around the bar, instead of having bar stool, it's swings.
Oh wow, you serious?
Oh no, I'm too fat for that. Wait a minute. You lost me a swing.
But their food is really, really good though. Their food is really, really good.
And you know what? It's crazy because like all of these like dates this week, they were so thrown off because like even the one with Kenneth, when he was trying too hard, just be petty, and you act and like he was doing way too much with Myasia. Is that her name, Myasia? And he said that he downplayed the first date. And I think he was just really pushing it because Myasia knows Shorty, and he was really turning the knife. Like it was just.
Yeah, he said so.
He stated it too. He stipulated that this is who he is.
Yeah, that was messed up. It was a lot of game being played. I won't say how old are these people because there's a lot of game being played on TV. You look a mess. What's the end game here? Where's the prize? Like Abby say, where is the prize, child?
Well, if any of them get married, it's only because they want to have a wedding. It's not because they want to have a marriage at this point.
Right.
Like they have so much toxicity and ridiculousness, all filling our every week, our hour of every Friday night each week, that it's just ridiculous. Like I can't respect people who don't respect themselves or their partners.
All I know is I wish Kenneth wouldn't have acted like he did. I wish he would have just because people, he was like, I'm not gonna say winning like that, but people was actually starting to like say, oh man, you know, seeing her, you know, talking about him like trash or whatever, and now he's gonna do all this extra stuff. It's not gonna do him any good at all. And I understand that. Like really was saying it was toxic and a lot of things, and toxic stuff. You know, he don't want to talk about it. You know, being honest, but he's being really weird in this few episodes where you are looking at him like, well, if you looking guilty, even though whether you are or not, he just looks horrible. I just don't understand the whole cartwheel thing, and then
I'm taking myself out the relationship. That's why I had to think I wasn't in a relationship to enjoy my date.
He only said that to make bobblehead girl upset. That's the only reason he said that. She do look like a bobblehead. Y'all stop acting like y'all don't see it.
She does, but
I don't like neither one of them. I don't like neither one of them. They're both terrible together and singularly. So listen.
She said singular.
They are horrible together and singular. Listen, go away from me with this. Go on now. Get. I don't want this.
No. Not the stick. Get.
Like if he doing all of these things to you, girl, get away and stay away. Mm-hmm. Get away and stay. Here's the stickler of the thing, because at some point you become addicted to this toxic shit that y'all got going on. And that's I know he really loved me because he gonna flip out and do X, Y, and Z because he don't play about me. Not understand and but then you get tired of it, and now it's a problem. But it wasn't a problem. But you keep doing the same thing that you know trigger this crazy nigga. If you don't want it no more, go away. Go away from me with this. I'm done. Like literally, and I can't even say it can't even be saying that, I understand she think Loretta might think he may be abusive to her. Let me tell you what happened when I left the really abusive nigga. When I told that nigga, I'm tired, I'm done, I don't want you. That nigga tried to choke me to death. Mm-hmm. In front of my children. He did. Mm-hmm. What? He did. When I told my husband, I don't want this anymore, I'm done, I'm tired, he tried to choke me to death in a hallway in front of our children.
That's horrible. Oh, sorry, man.
Right.
Listen, I was okay with whatever happened. I knew my kids would either go to my sister or my mama.
Yeah.
But I was tired and I'm done. So whatever it's going to be is what it's going to be. We're going to see what you really about in this moment. Mm-hmm. So we tried to choke me in the hallway. We got into a physical altercation because I think he forgot that he weighed 125 soaking wet and I was a stocking 340.
Okay.
Sir, I don't know what you thought this was. I know you strong and got muscles, but what we not listen. It ain't going down like you think it is.
Get a show what it was.
Okay. At that point, I had reached my limit. When you done,
you're done.
You just done, and it's just gonna be whatever it's gonna be. But the fact that you keep playing with this nigga every 30 seconds, you're not done. Mm-hmm. You're not done. You're not done with it. You still playing with this nigga like that shit is cute. The way he show his ass and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You enjoy it. He's addicted to the
you
cycle.
Still playing into it. You still pushing the buttons. You still doing all those things.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And then you're gonna pour gas on the flames. Like that's
exactly. Mm-hmm. So when you really sick and tired of it, don't none of this shit fake. That he gonna phase you. It's gonna be whatever it's gonna be, nigga. I'm done, and we walking away. Yeah. And like that lady said in the movie, one of us is going to the boneyard.
It ain't gonna be me.
It ain't gonna be me 100%.
Right.
Look, I'm going
that
down
part.
Right.
Listen, I'm sick of both of them. Mm-hmm. Because they both they toxic as hell. And she keeps playing with it. And I know everybody say, "Oh, she came on this show as a cry for help, so she could publicly extricate herself from the situation." Mm-hmm. Let me be very clear. When you get sick and tired of it, you don't need an audience to do any of that. When you're so sick and tired that you're just ready to be done in a way, like I can't do this anymore. Then it's just then I'm going to tell you, that's it, I'm tired, I'm done, and I'm not doing this anymore. Now, he might not believe you at first, but make your moves to what you got to do.
Stand on it.
And stand on it.
Chloe said she had a restraining order, so why are they even on the show together?
So
the restraining order came after.
Yeah, I thought the restraining order came after the show.
That's what I asked earlier.
Well, what's the date? Is there who has the order? What's the date on the order?
Not even about the.
I was going to ask you, Dina, because you're the queen of receipts.
I ain't even care enough to look at the receipt.
You can't see the date from that.
It's August 3rd. What is that? 8-3. What's 8-3?
That's just the number. Is that the date?
It could be. Most of them have the date in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, the date's gonna be in there somewhere.
The date has
That's
to be
okay. In the let me get on my county website. Hold, please.
But you guys, you have to remember, even before that, she kept saying that when they broke up the first time, he showed up at his workplace. So this is not the first time he's doing these things.
Oh, I would have said, I got that receipt from the fans panel. Go ahead, y'all. I put a little clip off your video. It's not a clip, but just a video.
You gave credit, girl. You gave credit.
Listen, I know my Dina is the queen of receipts. I'd have thought we'd have came on here. She'd have been like,
right. That's why I gave y'all that
and they went into effect on this day.
Well, actually, To be honest, I haven't cared enough about the two to research the restraining order because I hadn't heard about it. But y'all know I came with the receipts on Shay and Alfonso's alleged marriage in Vegas, which they did get married but never found the certificate. So just give me like 3 minutes, and I'll just give me 3 minutes.
She's a part of the crew. When something's going on, we all say, let's hit Dina up and see what she find out. Now, my receipts boys just come to me. I really didn't have to do too much for them sometimes. But Dina, I always go to her like, baby, what's going on? What happened? We all do, Mod.
That's why, because y'all know I don't normally care about that kind of stuff. But that's why I gave it to y'all.
Listen,
it happened to me.
Because I can't, like, I want to be, like, I don't like neither one of them.
Mine was an accident, seriously. It seemed like I was doing a little bit of it, and then when I broke the story with Dean and everything, then it just was like, it was crazy. But I wasn't trying. It was an accident. I'm being honest. It really was. I just kind of fell to my left. So don't regret it, not at all.
I just want them. If she really needs to be free of this nigga, then she need to get free and leave him alone.
Her Instagram page is all her. She free.
Right, her Instagram page is all her, but his is all about them. To me, that says something right there. Like,
somebody in chat said the YouTube channel is creepy. What do y'all think?
It is creepy.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
This is somebody that you claim you don't want to be with anymore. You claim, you glad that y'all not together. All of this, that, and the other. Then why the heck did you create? Like, it would be different if the YouTube page already existed. You started the YouTube page after y'all broke up. That is creepy.
Because he was tired of people coming after him and he wanted to show everybody.
Ma, then he already had an Instagram page where he could have put that information and kept it moving.
He too busy giving us great burgers on his Instagram.
That you can now monetize and make money off of. And did I not tell you? Y'all want me to read the text message he sent Shorty?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me read. While she's looking that up, let me read the text message that he sent her. This lets you know what his intention was. All right, hold on. Let me read. This also came from fans panel page. I want to get credit where credit is due. So this is what he said. He said, I realize you might not be built strong enough for the type of criticism you're receiving, but it's safe to say you brought it on yourself. Oh, how the mighty have fallen and the tables have turned. You've never been around real solid Black folk because of your upbringing, and that's apparent. You never knew how to show love because you've never seen it. You believe love is everything that's tangible and materialistic. Not your fault. You've just been brainwashed over time. I pray that you grow. I pray that you grow from this. I want to this is the part I'm talking about right here. I want to personally thank you because you have made me the shit. Your plan worked after all. Believe me, my millions are coming soon, and I wanted to be off an alleged come up and false claim of smearing my name. Appreciate you for getting us on the show. I guess the joke's on you now. Such a fool and dummy move. I feel bad for the criticism your mama getting too. Perhaps me and her both can go to the same dentist. They killing us with the grill remarks. Anyway, keep your head up. I don't expect you to respond. By the way, I'll send you a cut off my YouTube money when the checks start rolling in. Be cool. You mad? I'm famous. I know why we met now. No other reason. You're a simple stepping stone. Now you can't even get near me. That lets you know that there's a restraining order. Trust me, I have no desire to be around you, Miss Menopause. Take care. All love.
Miss Menopause.
He crying in the car that he live in because he can't stay with her no more.
Sure. This is a copy that's a screenshot of a text message that Kenneth sent to Shorty.
When I say he was typing furiously in the passenger seat of his car because there was no gas, because he was, you know what? I'm gonna leave it alone.
It was hot in there too, Evie. Hot
like fish grease.
Damn.
But that proves that there is a restraining order because he said you can't even get near me now. And again, his purpose of starting that YouTube channel is to make money. He's monetizing.
But are you blaming him for that? We never blamed Aisha when she started her YouTube.
Who's Aisha? Who was Aisha?
Aisha from Ready to Love. She started her YouTube and talked about Dante and everything else.
No. That's not the same. That's not the. You talk women. Aisha. Who was Aisha?
Aisha from Ready to Love.
Dante.
Mom,
She started her
YouTube
YouTube
television show. What happened?
Abby, she started her YouTube real big.
Videos over and over
real big. Everything that she has put out on her YouTube is about Dante.
Aisha from Ready to Love. What season?
Tell a girl, because we should share.
Oh, you mean about her and old boy breaking up?
You know?
Yes.
Okay.
But when was the last time she posted a video? She did it when it first happened. But when, because hold on, let me say this. First of all, she had started that YouTube channel before they broke up.
No.
Yes, she did.
Well, they were already having problems, and she started. She's the only one who was.
Now you want to change the goalpost. She started the channel before they broke up, and yes, but I said the same thing about it then. That okay, you said your piece. You got it off your chest. Now let's move over. Okay. But she ain't posted nothing since. She is not constantly. She posted for about 2 weeks about this dude, and she has moved. She ain't. Aisha ain't said nothing. If you go over to her Instagram, she posting how to put in wig installs and stuff. She's moved on.
I hope so.
But that's what I'm saying. So I don't feel like that's a fair comparison.
No, I was just saying that if she's gonna make money out of YouTube because of posting, and I'm not talking about IG, I'm talking about YouTube where you're making money. If she's gonna be posting about Dante and everybody's gonna be tuned because of her and Dante relationship, then it's fine for Kenneth. If Kenneth is gonna get some coins,
but again, Maud, to me, you're not comparing. It's not the same.
Okay.
Kenneth is, in my opinion, let me say my opinion, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Kenneth is posting. He has all this YouTube channel, yet he's talking about how he don't care about Shorty. He over Shorty. Yet he's monetizing about Shorty. When Aisha first started her YouTube channel, she was posting videos about her and Dante being in love and how well their relationship was going. And when they broke up, she came back and her point was, listen, I told y'all the good, I'm going to tell you the bad. And she ain't said nothing since. She got it off her chest. She did about 2 or 3 videos and she moved on. I don't think to me, that's not the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, baby.
That's just me.
No, I think Ashley is with you on that one.
Huh?
That comment, you're not alone on that one.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, honestly, I forgot. I mean, I'm not, and it was no disrespect to Aisha. I just forgot. I don't even think I'm even subscribed to her YouTube channel because I didn't. When her and Dante were together, I didn't care. So I didn't care. I mean, of course, I was like everybody else. I listened when she broke up. I heard all the salacious details. We talked about it, and I moved on. Like,
yeah, I agree.
I did not listen when they were together. I did not listen to when they were apart. I'm not going to listen.
Well, Dina, did you get?
I'm definitely gonna. If she was the one who was laying her wigs when she was on the show, I'm definitely not watching her videos about laying wigs either. Because keep practicing, daughter. Listen, nobody cares about Aisha. I don't even know how we even get to.
No, I was just listen.
How do we even get to them?
Okay, let's move on.
She was trying to make a comparison. That's all.
Right.
It was a comparison. Listen, Kenneth is doing whatever he got to do so he don't have to live in his car. Have at it, beloved. Do whatever you got to do. Listen, because rent now out right now is high as hell.
I'm gonna have to get back with y'all. They got me wanting to sign into websites and create usernames and all this stuff, but I'm still trying to.
Just let us know. Post it in the
just let us know
community wall. Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all go over to Dina. If and when she finds some results, she gonna post it on the community wall, child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, what happened? I'm sorry. What was the last thing I missed? What I heard? What happened? Willie B said what?
No, Really B is joking. I'm joking about what? What I'm joking about?
I don't know what that is.
What I'm joking about?
Wow, y'all.
Well, I agree with allegedly Ashley. Kenneth does seem to be in survival mode.
He is. You ain't see how he was fast and furious texting her from inside his car, talking about she old.
And allegedly, according to Shorty, now this is just allegedly, according to Shorty, he's been sending her because she blocked him, but he's still been sending her messages from I don't know other places, and he's threatening to drop nude pictures of her and all kinds of stuff. I just feel like if you're done with somebody and you over them and it's mutual and all that, you don't put that much energy. I mean,
but how
somebody
old
that
are
wants
you?
to hurt somebody.
I see. Like it just seems to me. It seems to me that now he's bitter because like how he is. Some of his characteristics have come to light on a national stage, and so now he don't know how to handle so many people judging him based on what they see, and now he got it really. He was salty about her on whatever was going in their relationship. Now he's extra salty because of how he's looking on TV with being with her in this relationship. So I can see him being a loose cannon right now.
He's trying to save his little fat face, and it's not gonna work.
Oh no!
But the thing is, like, how dumb can you be? Like, you gonna text? First of all, y'all know y'all petty. Y'all both petty and got vindictive bones in your body. Why would you text somebody something that you know she gonna post? Why would you threaten somebody and do all this shit when you know she just gonna come to social media and repost it and make you look crazier than what you look like? And then it almost sounded like he had somebody, like the text you were reading really be, ooh, this is probably not even on.
She changed her phone number. Ravika. She did. She's changed her phone number twice. But go ahead.
Wait, but it's probably gonna sound crazy, so I don't mean to offend him in how I'm gonna say this, but it didn't even sound like he had authored the first part of the message because it was like it had the verbiage had too much common sense, like it was too.
Stacey. Okay, the reason why I'm going to sanction that and second that emotion. Okay, I'm sorry because
I'm like sanction it. What did I say?
No. I'm just true. I've been talking to him behind the scenes, and I can't understand. Like, I mean, I'm being honest, and I'm not even being mean when I say this. It's very hard to have a conversation, and so when you say that, I thought it was just me. Really, I might be mean. There's something. There's some things he said to me, and it wasn't like disrespectful. I just couldn't understand it. It didn't make any sense. It was a lot of a struggle, and I still don't even know what we're talking about. So I'm being very honest when I say this. Like, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know.
Well, y'all know I shared some things with y'all about him that rubbed me kind of weird, but
yes.
I mean, again, I do agree with Abby. I think both of them have their. Well, when I say I agree with Abby, I don't agree all the way with Abby because I don't hate both of them, but I do think both of them got some. I do think both of them hold some culpability in the demise, but I'm leaning towards Shorty's version of events. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she's innocent. I'm not saying she is handling the situation in the best way. I'm just saying I just lean towards
Shorty.
Girl, I ain't leaning towards.
Oh, Crystal, no, I really have forgotten who Aisha was. I'm not even being funny, and it's no disrespect. I like Aisha. I just have forgotten because just like Abby, y'all know. Listen, for those of you who watch my videos and follow me, y'all know names ain't my thing. So honestly, I just forgot.
She's like, who is Aisha?
I really didn't know.
I thought she would be like when I say who is Liz. I think, oh, she's for real.
I can't believe
I really didn't remember who she was.
I know that was a mistake. I don't know who that person is.
I didn't know.
My bad.
And then y'all said Ready to Love. It's been 7 seasons. Y'all gotta be more specific. Oh Lord, somebody at my door. Hold on.
I'm just glad we got a break. I'm glad this season of this shit is almost over because I'm sick of all of these niggas. Quite frankly.
I have a question. Who's production? Who produces
July?
Kamisha? Who produces Put a Ring on It? Is it people who
Satan?
look like us?
Is this the same what?
No, ma'am.
No, it's different. It's different. It's like I mean, some people are. Now look, I don't know about the Kelly Ann people, okay, but sorry, I had some beer today. So anyway, it don't matter. But
wait, did you say you had some beer in you?
Real B has some packages too.
Come on, yeah. Open in the middle of the live.
It's clothes that I forgot that I ordered.
Unboxing. I don't know what I was saying.
She had to order clothes. She fancy. She going to the south of France, so you know.
Oh wow. Nice.
Oh boy.
Okay, so they said Chloe said something that if all the things that she says is true, it bothers me that they're setting him up on dates.
What?
I'm not sure if she means Kenneth, maybe.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, she means Kenneth.
So
wait, how old is Shorty? How old is she?
She's older than him, right?
Yeah, I know that, but how old is she?
She gotta be in her 40s if you're talking about menopause. Hell.
Oh snap!
And that's why I'm disappointed. That's why I'm disappointed with
that. I had mine early though.
I'm disappointed with that because with age comes wisdom.
Not necessarily. Everybody. Not all the time. Not all the time. I know some old fools. Wisdom doesn't always come with age.
Old dummies in this world. They got some old ass dummies.
40. Yeah. Mike, they say she's 40.
Yeah, she's old enough. She's
only 40.
Only?
No. I mean, like.
I was trying to say, hold up. Only what?
No, I mean, like 40 is young.
It is young.
I'm 40. I'm not menopausal. I'm not even close. Shit.
Hey, I'm here.
And I'm gonna pop a baby out on y'all.
I'm here.
Listen, I'm 40. I'll be. How old will I be this year? I'll be 46 in November, and I want to be menopausal. Like, what is? I'm done.
How you gonna bring out menopause?
Huh? So don't do that. We're still young. Life starts. Yeah.
Whatever. And I love it. Just want you to know I love it. It's like the best thing ever, Abby. Best thing ever.
I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired. It's been 36 years of this, of me doing this every month. I'm tired of it.
Oh well, you know what? I haven't had that issue in 5 years, so praise the Lord.
I haven't had that issue in 10 years.
How long it's been, but I know
what did you say? 10 years?
Well, like 9. How old is my child? 9. She about to be 10. I got an IUD. Y'all can play with it if y'all want to.
Oh Lord,
oh, okay. Because I was confusion. I was like, how is she just?
I really don't. I really don't give them which like I suffer from like really bad migraines, and sometimes I get them from like seasonal allergies, and then sometimes I get them like your little menstrual migraines. So it's really helped me in that regard a lot because I don't have all of that every month making me lay in the bed for 2 days and not being able to sleep right.
I don't know what had happened.
Well, the doctor came and took some of my stuff, and so when he took it, he took that with him.
There's nothing wrong with any of my stuff, so they won't take it out.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with mine.
There's something wrong with mine, so bye.
There's a man out there in this world that won't one of these eggs, baby, and I'm gonna give it to him.
We didn't with this. What is it? The stuff?
I'm tired of this whole coming to my house every month.
I got no more.
Fucking up a week to 10 days for me. I'm tired of her.
Oh well, I'm happy she gone for me, baby. No matter what I do, it's nothing. I love it. It's the like beautiful thing ever in life. It's like magic came on in musical. The thing will float in the air. Like never again. I have to never see you again. It was just wonderful.
Chloe said he commented that she was 50.
Wait,
well, to be honest, but to be honest, if you told me she was 50, I'll believe it.
I would too.
Oh no. I wasn't ready for that one. I'm sorry. Jesus, Abby, I was like, little reaching, like. Somebody put. I was like, baby, can somebody pray? Because I don't know what happened.
That could be it too, Jovette. That could be. Listen, y'all be underestimating women, and they be getting addicted to the D. Y'all be underestimating it, huh?
But and that's a problem I have with people. You're sticking to a relationship because of that. Just that.
People do it all the time.
Really good sometimes.
Listen, I must admit, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and tell y'all. I'll be honest and tell y'all I have stayed in relationships longer than I should have because the D was just good. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Are you kidding?
I am absolutely yes. I am not kidding. No, ma'am. Now I'm not saying I was being abused or nothing, but he certainly won't shit.
I'm not, and especially now that we have all these technologies, I'm not doing it with you. No, I can get it elsewhere.
No, I know.
I can get it elsewhere.
I'd rather have the real thing. I don't like the technology.
Okay, y'all. So far, what I found now, the restraining order. The restraining order is real, but I got a little bit of a court brain. So normally within the court number is the date the incident took place. So if this is true, then the incident date was like 8/3, if this is true. Okay, so they were still back in 8/3 of last year. They were still sending out notifications for casting or whatever. However, there is also an incident that happened from 2020 around August 16th that was posted in the newspaper. So I'm not confirming, but I think the restraining order is from August 2020. But I'm not 100% on that yet.
So August 2020, when did they?
2021.
Okay, remember they set out right after the last 14 years of law ended. They it was like September 8th and 9th is when they put out the casting for the next season. Okay, so 8/3 would have been before the show started if it was last year. But there is a newspaper article of how like your city post all of the court documents or whatever. So there's an article that has her name and his name, and it's from August 16th of 2020. So if you file this on the 3rd and then the newspaper gets printed on the 16th. So I'm thinking it's 2020, but I have yet to confirm. But it's going to take me a minute to set up this website and put my credit card number in there. So I have some info for y'all within the 24 hours.
Yeah, I don't think it's 2020 only because of what Kenneth said in his own text message that was just sent to her recently. He says, and now you can't even get near me, which to me validates that there's a current.
Well, there might be a current one, but I'm thinking maybe the document that everybody has that they Googled or whatever is from 2020.
Google. That's what. No, Shorty provided that. Shorty
okay.
To that blogger, to fans page. Was it fans panel lounge? She provided.
Well, I'm all up in Columbus, Georgia court records. And
so before even the show started, you were already having some court orders prior to you coming to the show.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, she did say that she had a restraining order against him when they broke up, and he came looking for her at the job and followed her home from the job, and then went to her job and posted all that stuff on their webpage.
No. This is America. We have institutions that work. This is not Africa where I come from, where nobody cares about what you're saying. Let them show up at your job place. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You are in this country where you can be protected. So then,
let me tell y'all something about. I'm gonna agree with Maud on this one, and let me tell y'all. I had a very I'm agree with Maud on this one. Because I had a very similar situation as Ebby, and I put a restraining order on my ex-husband. And that was like 2003 or 4 or something like that. And I was sitting in my parking lot waiting on my homegirl to come down, and the police pulled up on me because I looked suspicious. And I was like, no, I'm just waiting for my homegirl to come down. We going to the club. He was like, okay. He was like, but I need to see your license and registration anyway. I said, okay, I give it to him. He comes back to the car. Have you had any problems with such and such? I'm in Texas. This restraining order is in Kansas. I was like, no. He says, well, here, this card has my cell phone number on it. And if he comes down here looking for you, you call me directly.
Right.
So it works. It works. If
That's
you
what
want
I'm
it
saying.
to work.
I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it's not foolproof. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah,
may
true.
But it's not. So I hear what you're saying, but Maud, yes, there are systems in place, but it is not foolproof. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with both of y'all.
I can receive
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I totally agree. We see it all over the things, you know, when somebody's determined it's a will, it's a way. But you don't get a restraining order on somebody on Tuesday and then go lay up with them on Saturday.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh, don't like that word, but you said while the women are restraining orders end up, you know, gone.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not foolproof. It's a whole lot of women that have restraining orders and they were not protected.
Right. Okay. Oh,
that's really sad, man. That happens because in America, people always think that it's so much better here. There's so much great here. I'm not saying there's not.
No, I'm just saying. I am just saying, and I'm just comparing what you guys have already here compared to other countries or other continents out here.
I'll give her to say that.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not. Yeah, I'm not diminishing what you guys have going on. I'm just saying, you know, it's different. There's some level of protection that other people out here don't have. Zero.
I can understand what you're saying, Mad, but in all fairness, the way people have like discounted, you know, the count of women and their true fear and their concerns, and when they report some of these things, they're not often being believed, or the proper chains of command and channels and options and resources aren't being delegated to them or designated to them. So all too often, that's why like such tragic situations occur, even when the woman has reported it, because they've, you know, oftentimes we've been very, you know, voiceless, though we voice our concerns. Like in many areas here, like the woman's voice has been removed. And I mean, historically, I mean, look what's going on with the Supreme Court right now, and where it's illegal. A whole bunch of men are trying to legally dictate what should be between us, our God, and our doctors.
Right.
And it's so many other concerns that should be the focal point of our country and our laws.
I hear you.
Lawmakers. We have poverty. I mean, we want to address what women can do with their body, but even though we're a civilized nation, like we lead in infant mortality. So how do you want, on one end, you want to stop this, but on the other end, you're not even pouring the resources into helping to protect these babies that's born to Black and brown women from these high infant mortality rates. So it's just, I mean, it's deep.
It's a give and take. Because I agree with Montet. In some countries, women don't have a voice at all. And they don't even have the ability to go to the police station and report their husband or boyfriend or any. And they're just,
there's nothing.
They can't even look at their husband.
No. In my country, not just my country, but in Africa. What? First of all, there's no number to call. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Then you're showing up at a police station. What are you reporting? You know, the elders, the village elders will have to be called. Listen, by the time somebody is listening to you, you're dead. You're gone.
But it's like that. It's like that in the South in a lot of places. I'm not just counting what you're saying about. Yeah, I'm just. Look, if women have been silent for years, even though it's better here, we still get our voices erased out.
Right.
Whatever, we're pushed down. So, and I understand there's a difference. I get it, but I'm just saying that we also go through a lot of trials and tribulations, and the fact of the matter is, some women still do lose their life even when they're trying to speak out, which is unfortunate in America. Especially South. I get what you're saying. All right, ladies, we got some closing words. My mama made some food, and it's okra and chicken, and it really looks good. It's feeling good. I don't want to eat.
I know that's right.
Baby, and I'm still hungry. I've been eating all morning and still hungry.
You've been eating
Any
the whole
closing
time.
word?
She's been eating the whole time.
People in the pew. I know. Any
Yeah.
closing word, ladies?
Thank y'all for being here. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for the Love and Marriage panel. DC, y'all's is at 12:15, right?
Yes.
And then y'all can come on over at 4:00 to my house because you know we're gonna be talking shit too. But yeah, that's about it. It's a lot of new shows coming out. I don't know what y'all are gonna be reviewing, but y'all make sure y'all subscribe to everybody because there's a lot of new stuff coming out. A lot of new
Who's reviewing P Valley?
I am.
Who's doing what?
P Valley.
I'm doing P Valley.
I think
I'm
we're
doing
all.
the same P Valley.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm gonna.
I
I
cannot.
need to watch
Y'all wanna do
season
P
1.
Valley?
I can.
That's my favorite show.
Y'all
The
know.
Lord is
Oh yeah,
my.
I forgot.
The Lord.
Mod cannot.
The Lord is my.
It's on
savior.
Star.
I cannot.
I need you to watch season 1. It's really good.
It's
I
really
I've
good.
never seen it before, but that Tyler fine. Oh, did y'all see he's having a baby?
Who? Oh yeah,
Yes, I
Tyler.
did.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miracle Watts, him and Miracle Watts.
Hey, Chloe.
It was
Chloe.
such a cute.
I'm sorry.
It
Chloe,
was
And who
Chloe
is Miracle Watts? Do I know her? Is she an actress or
used to
something?
be on. Chloe, hey, you want to do something with the what's the show we talking about? P Valley.
She used to be on what? Let me Google her.
I think she used to be an
I forgot what show she was on. What's
an
she-
entertainer in Houston.
Wasn't she? No, that's Apple Watts. Never mind.
Yeah, that's Apple Watts.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but then I
Wait,
said
are
I ain't
they?
gonna say nothing.
Are they coming? Are they coming on Zeus?
No, it's on Showtime.
No, it's on.
It's on
Star.
Stars.
Oh, sister, Zeus has not been blessing my soul. I can't. Cannot.
All right, ladies. All right, we're gonna be back again with another hot mess. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all
Yeah,
next
my
time.
kid's coming in here hungry anyway.
I want to stay backstage so we can see the makeup.
Okay.
Restraining.
All right, y'all. This is the end. Love y'all.